Welcome to the Gatewood podcast. I'm here with...
My name is Matthew.
I am Ayden Blankenship.
And today we're going to be talking about how these guys met Jesus. Alright? So, which one of you guys want to go first?
You want to go first? You go first?
You got it.
Okay. Ask me a question.
Like, how did you find Jesus?
How did I find Jesus? Well, basically, I've always known of Jesus my whole life. I've never, went in too deep, though, until, a couple years ago. Me and my mom would always, pray together, every night before I go to bed, until I was, 10 or 11. And then I just got old enough to, not need that anymore by my mom. But I didn't really know the purpose of it. You know, how important it is.
Mm-hmm.
I just did it because it was, comfort by my mom. But, I'd say when I first knew Jesus was, very first, knowing was, May of 2023. When I first started coming to, Navigators, which was called Young Life at the time. Got invited to the club, and ever since then, just hearing the word, by, my friends, it's been, really, it was encouraging. I needed it. And I feel like my life has changed so many ways from that, you know. So I feel like ever since then, it's just been, went uphill. So I feel like it's just been, pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So then, your parents are believers then?
Yeah.
Your mom is?
Yeah, my parents are, but, not, super, kind of, lukewarm in a sense, which kind of sucks. But my mom's, a lot, she's gotten a lot better. My dad is, he says he's, a Christian, but I look at his life, and it's, nowhere near that.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of sucks.
I like the fruits.
Yeah, like that, and, the way he, acts, his, addiction, that kind of stuff. It kind of sucks, but, you know, yeah, it's kind of.
That's pretty cool. Matthew?
Alright. I'll just give you a full rundown kind of my testimony. So growing up, I wasn't my family was kind of religious or whatever they wanted to call it, but they would tell me there's a God, he's good, it's basic stuff they tell you since you're young. I didn't really go to church much, so I didn't really get it. I was just the only time I really prayed to him was when my dog died. I was please watch after my dog.
So sad.
But yeah, I didn't really know who Jesus was. I had a pretty normal childhood. Played sports. Spent a lot of time with families. Pretty much average. Then middle school hit. Ooh. Middle school was tragic.
Rough,
yeah. So I'm not gonna get into too much detail because it's kind of crazy, but so my 6th grade year, my dad went to prison. I was ooh.
Oh man.
And I was that was really hard for me. But my grandma, she was Catholic, but she really helped me. She was a father figure in a sense. She just kind of helped me and my mom, stuff like that. So things finally started to get better. And in my 7th grade year, my one of my best friends killed himself. So I was well, this is middle school sucks. I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
So again, my grandma really just helped me through that. Helped me get better. And then 8th grade year, again, finally starting to get better again. Then my grandma died 4 days before Christmas. And then at that point I was just I wanted to die. I mean, I was just I was in a terrible place. I was this is
yeah.
What's the point of life? I was just really lost at that point. I just feel I lost everyone. And I was just God, why? Why me? Why, just why me? Why is all this stuff happening to me? And I don't know why, but I decided not to kill myself, but I didn't. I went into freshman year. I met this girl. Yeah, GDs.
Riz.
Freshman girls.
Oh.
Oh, well, hold on. When I was a freshman. Sorry, I had to clarify.
Okay.
Freshman girls when I was a freshman. Sorry. Let's clarify that.
Yeah, all right.
Not current. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're not sus like that.
Yeah, I had to clarify. But, so, met this girl. I had, like, huge crush on her. So, I met her in 7th grade, and I liked her all the way through my sophomore year. So like 5 years, or that's 4 years.
4 years.
4 years.
How old was she?
She's the same age as him.
Like how old were you? I mean, like how old were y'all?
When?
This is freshman year, right?
Bro,
Well, now we're in
15?
sophomore year. We're in sophomore year now.
Oh,
Yeah. Sophomore year, you met this. You like this girl.
Oh,
Okay. So sophomore year, she asked me out. And I was like,
ooh.
Like it was literally like felt like it was the best day ever. Like I finally like got what I wanted. Like I've been, cause I liked her for 4 years.
Yeah.
You know? I was like, ooh, like finally I like got a chance, and I was like so happy. And then she was not a very good person. So her and her family got me into smoking weed when I was 15, 14. So that was interesting. So me, her, and her mom used to like do that stuff together.
Oh man.
Yeah, which is like
that's
hell,
weird.
mom. I can't lie. But yeah. So we used to like smoke weed together, and then eventually me and her broke up. We broke up on her birthday, which is kind of crazy. I didn't do it; she did it.
No.
Just
that's a terrible birthday.
But her birthday is 10 days after mine, so I was still kind of like, well, GG's.
Yeah.
But we broke up, and then that one really like cooked me.
Yeah.
Cause like literally, that was like the best day of my life. Was like when she asked me out or whatever. And then so we broke up, and then I got really like sad.
Like depressed.
Yeah, and that's when I really got into smoking. We're gonna time back to freshman year. Freshman year, I didn't really have many friends. I was kind of like a weird kid.
You're like the quiet kid that sits in the
like,
corner of the room.
It was COVID still. I had a
COVID.
buzz cut. I just kind of sat there in the corner with my mask. It was like,
no, I can see.
Dude.
I was just like kind of like awkward, I guess. So I didn't really have many friends. But there was this guy. He goes to Boone now, Tanner. I met him at Lloyd. So I met him. We became like best friends.
Yeah.
And then he moved to Boone after the first semester.
Okay.
But me and him stayed pretty good friends, and eventually, like after me and my girlfriend broke up, like not even like a week or two later, him and his girlfriend broke up. So we kind of like went through that together, which is cool. And eventually, junior year, we were still friends. And then he got invited to Navigators by someone. And then it was March, like same time last year. He invited me to
Wait,
club.
so this was last year?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like March of 2024?
Yeah.
Huh.
He
Okay.
invited me to club. I was like, am I gonna lie?
And are you junior or senior?
I'm a senior.
Senior, okay.
Okay. So he invites me to a club. I'm like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm just like a Lloyd kid. I don't really like know any of these people. Like, they're probably not gonna like me. I'm kind of weird. Like, I don't know. And then there was one that he like finally just convinced me to go, and I went. I met him, Riley, Rob, Ronnie, all those guys. And then I just kept coming around, and I met this guy, and he had a lot of similarities to me in my life, with like my grandma and I don't know if my brother has special needs. That was another like kind of hard part growing up, but he just had like so many like similarities to me. It was really cool. I I like talked to him and I kind of like told him like, yeah, I like all these like bad things happened, and I was just like, God, like, why? Like, why me? And what he said that like stuck with me like still. He told me like instead of that, he looked at it as like, God is the only thing I've left, which that hit me so hard
Wow.
because like the way that I got through it was not good. Like I like smoked weed or like did other bad stuff like
To just get your mind off.
to just get through it, and like for him to just like get through it with saying like God's there for me and that's all I need. That like literally that was just like that's what like I was like wow, like God is real. Like
Yeah.
it's power, like he's powerful. Like literally like that night I just went in, like I went inside and was bawling. I was like like it's just like I like truly like just felt his love for the first time. I went to church the next morning. Like it was really cool. But yeah, now I'm here. So
Wait, so, man, that's crazy. I mean, I thought you've been going on around the same time as Ronnie and them. So you went to Lloyd.
Yeah.
And you started coming to Boone. I guess you moved this year.
I
No,
forgot about that.
you just transferred.
yeah, I transferred.
Oh, really?
So I once I like started going to Boone Navigator stuff, I just like felt like God called me here, obviously, because like I mean Lloyd has its own navigators, but like I never got invited to any of it.
Yeah.
I got invited to Boone stuff. I just felt like that's where God had called me, so I just listened. So I transferred senior year. So
That's
been great.
That's crazy. That's like just middle school is almost like the roughest. At least like for me, it was rough, and it's like I always think of myself as like I thought I had a rough life, but I mean I look at you, I look at Ronnie, and I just think, man, I had it way easy, you know, and it's the fact that you guys you found God in such hard places. It's just amazing to me that people who have hurt so much, like have such a better love for God than other people. It's so cool to me. It's really cool. So how's with being in Boone now, and being in Boone, like what has God been working with you in that way for both of you?
Man, Boone's been great. I love Boone. It's just been really cool. Just to be able to run after my friends, show them Christ. It's what I love doing.
Yeah.
Like I want them to know the same love that I know. So yeah, that's what I love about Boone is just getting to see them every day, like being able to hopefully be a light to them. And there's so many Boone kids. Like there's like
It's like 1,000 kids at school.
1,200, 1,400.
Yeah.
It's really cool because growing up, I'm used to like 400, 500 people in school.
Lloyd's a smaller school.
Smaller school, yeah. So it's been really cool seeing faces. Like it was really different, but it's been really sweet. And I feel God's love through like Boone kids. It is really cool.
Yeah.
Me, like being in Boone is been like good, but it's been rough. I feel like since like freshman year and sophomore year were like one of the hardest times of my life. I feel like, especially my freshman year, I was like very like suicidal and like had like no friends, like always like getting in like trouble, with like always like heartache with like women and stuff. So like freshman year was like really rough, and then sophomore year this is like when things got better. So like the first half was like really hard, and then when I got invited, this was my sophomore year. It was the beginning of May, so I was like very depressed during that time. because I didn't have no friends. And I got invited by Ronnie, and then I started going, and my life like changed like forever there.
Yeah.
So with me like getting to know Jesus throughout that time period, like ever since sophomore year, it's like I view school differently. It's hard to sometimes, but like it's definitely a lot more bearable, and, like better, like knowing why I'm there and why it's important to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Like to be able to like chase after my friends and like to show Christ to people that don't know Christ and to people that do know Christ too. So I feel like it's really cool. Trying to think. It is rough though. I personally just like don't like school. I feel like it's never been for me. I have a hard time finding joy there a lot just because like I'm always so tired and like I get like really bored and like it's just draining sometimes like all the work and whatnot. So I feel like it's just it's rough sometimes, but I try to find joy, like the suffering there.
Yeah.
So
I feel like the best part of school is honestly being with my friends and then getting to explore you guys, your love, especially when I started going to Navigators back, it was like this summer. Like I found a group of people who actually had joy, and it was really cool to see that because for almost all of my freshman year, I almost thought I was like the only Christian in my school until Trace and Walker invited me, and I've known Trace and Walker like since first grade, and I've seen the way they lived, and they changed. They introduced me to the group, and it's like God is definitely working in this. It's really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, is there any like scripture you guys are going over? Like anything you like in my Bible study we're going over Luke.
Oh.
It doesn't have to be Bible study. It could be like by yourself. Like I'm reading Acts by myself.
Yeah.
So.
I personally am like I feel like I've always struggled with like memorizing scripture and like keeping scripture by myself like 24/7. But recently I feel like I've had like a change of heart. Like I was always praying for a softened heart. So recently I've been like keeping my verse pack on me, which has been pretty it's healthy and it's like encouraging. So like right now I'm reading and like trying to like meditate on Psalms. I just started that. So I feel like it's been really good. But yeah, I've always like struggled with like keeping a verse on me throughout the week. I've always like struggled with that just because I'm just mainly like a lazy thing, and it's also just like sometimes it feels like a chore, but like that's like I know it's not the truth. Just feel like that sometimes. I feel like would have been lied to by that. But
When you say have a verse on you mean like have like you write down a Bible verse and keep in your pocket?
Verse pad.
Verse, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you memorize any of your Bible verses?
Yeah. Well, like when I'm like I said, like when I'm not being like lazy or like feeling like it's a chore, like when it doesn't feel like that. But like I said, recently it's just like I feel like it's been a lot better. So I'm trying to get into that.
Mm-hmm.
So I always struggle with like memorizing it. I'll either just like write it down and just forget about it. And when a study comes around, I'm like, yeah, I just didn't do it. So it's like
right.
I always struggle with that.
I know we've been trying to memorize Philippians 7-8, which is really long when you add it all together. I remember the first part. It's like, well, maybe.
What chapter? 4?
Philippians 3:7-8.
Yeah.
Sorry, not chapter 7. It's like, for whatever I gain, I count as loss for the sake of Christ. And I can't remember anything after that. But it goes along that same point. And it's, especially like, with me, like I don't know, do you guys want to talk about my testimony at all? Sure. For me, I've always grown up in church, and I didn't really understand what, like, I always understood that, like, Jesus was God and all that because I've always been told that. But I didn't understand, like, why it was significant to be a Christian until one day at church it was like Jesus died so you could go to heaven. And we ended up switching churches, and that it sort of made sense with me. So they're like, if you want to believe, you just confess. So I raised my hand and confessed or whatever. But I didn't really live necessarily like a Christian. Because, and by the way, this was like 3 weeks before the pandemic. And so we had this big trip planned for our school. We went to Yale, or I did. And we were supposed to go down like an overnight trip. And that was a pretty big deal. And all the other grades did it, and we didn't get to go. And it really sucked. And then as time went on, especially in the 6th grade, it just got rougher. I started to become like really overweight. Have you guys seen that picture of me?
Yeah, you showed me like
small belly sticking out of the shirt with a buzz cut. It was bad. But it was cool. Being fat was not cool.
Why are you looking at me?
Sorry. Natural reaction.
Natural.
Natural reaction.
Dude. Not the fat shame.
Okay. Bro said, something about being fat, bro said. He looked right at me.
I'm joking. You're not fat.
You're skinny and petite.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You guys are all petite too. Alright, continue.
Eventually I started failing my classes, and it was like November, my parents just took me out of the school system. So no longer, I was homeschooled. I was like what Harry is now, like completely not in the school system. And I started, I'm gonna be honest, because I spent so much time with my family. I didn't see anybody outside of my family. And I started to hate my family, to be honest. I just hated being around them. And I felt really isolated because I didn't get to see anybody else. And it really got me until 7th grade when I went back to school. And then I thought in 7th grade, you know what, I'm going to get some things. Since we're going back to school, this is the time before I had a phone. I'm going to get a phone. I remember I was like, I secretly thought I was going to get a girlfriend. That didn't work either. I tried to get a phone with that. I tried to have a YouTube channel. This is before any of this. I've had a YouTube channel for 2 months, 3 months now. And I tried to get any of that, and I didn't get any of it. And about halfway, it was like November, December, I remember praying to God, and it was a really mean prayer towards God. And I said, it's like, God, I'm not getting any of this, and if you're not going to let me get this, I'm going to find a way to get it. And you know what I didn't get? Any of it. And I started listening to all these different people. They've been telling me to do things, and I'm just not going down this right path with God, honestly. And it was after school out, I realized that because I didn't get anything I wanted to get. And I did become sad, really sad for a month. I guess it's depression. But I just felt really down. But I had a little bit of hope going in the church camp. This is before navigation. I was in 7th grade at the time. 7th going into 8th in that summer. So when we went to church camp, I remember I really listened in because I didn't really know what to do. I was like, I sort of messed up here. And the pastor there, he said, I remember him telling me this: your mistakes don't define who you are. And I took that to heart and really thought, I was like, well, what I messed up here. They don't define who I am. Okay. Then we go outside, and this counselor, he gives his testimony. I don't necessarily remember all of it, but I remember he lived a rough life, and there was one day he was going to go kill himself. And I remember thinking in my mind, it's like, I could live a life trying to live these things of the world, or I could go for Jesus, and I actually went up and talked to him, and I was like, I don't know what to do, but can you, like, what should I do? And we did prayer, and that's when I accepted Jesus, and it was cool because I felt like this overwhelming rush come into me, and I remember I coming home, and I did actually like love my family for like the first time. It was real love, and it wasn't easy being a Christian after that. I mean, I still went through rough things. Really hard trying to find myself, who I'm supposed to be. After we left church camp and all that, we moved churches again. I tried to fit in the new youth group, and they're a bit of not all of them, but they sort of like what's the word when they try to get so many other people's attention? People pleasers. That's sort of what they are, and not everybody. And I remember learning a bunch, but I tried to fit in with them, and I couldn't. And eventually it let me down, and I realized all I need is God. And so back in January of last year, I made this commitment to God, and I told God, I'm going to try to read my Bible every day and pray to you. And God, I'm going to trust that you'll put people in my life that help guide me. And I read Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, and Ruth, and 1st and 2nd Samuel. I've read all those, all the Old Testament. And so I really had a good understanding of what God did at the beginning up until Israel. And I knew who Jesus was. And I understood that he was the coming Messiah that was prophesied like in Isaiah and all that. And then God obviously used Trace and Walker. Trace and Walker got saved, and so they started inviting me. We went. I went to a few of the clubs, and then I had church camp again. And then God, while we were there, he called me into ministry, and I was like, you're going to go in full-time ministry. And I didn't know what that meant, like as in I was going to be a pastor or something, but I didn't know. But when I left, I realized I started going to club. I started going to Core. We did the Navigation Friends. And I started hanging out with you guys. My parents see you guys. You see that you guys are a good Christian group. And obviously, I went to winter camp, right? Weekend camp. And did all that. And God put me in the ministry with you guys. I was at study. And it's been really cool what God's done. And now, maybe this is something, I don't know. But anyway, that's me. So, do you guys have any questions or want to speak about anything else? I know we've been going at God a lot, but I know you got a haircut. I saw pictures of the long hair. We were talking about that at lunch the other day. You want?
Yeah, I'll talk about that.
I mean, it's goofy. You don't have to.
Well, there's like lore, like low key behind that. Like,
Lore?
kinda like how I like or what was like happening, like how I got like busted. So,
Whole story. We had a deep dive. Let's go.
Okay. I'm trying to grow it out. Okay. So I actually grew my hair out my freshman year. My freshman year, like in summertime freshman year, I had like really long hair. It was like to here. Yeah, it was like to here, and like it was puffy. I had like a mop on my head, and it was like, oh dude, I hated my hair so much. Like it was like super hard to take care of.
Mm-hmm.
Like always messing with it, but I don't know how I liked it at the time. Like obviously, like I look back at it now, like I would like hate to have it, but back then I just didn't really care, which is kind of weird. I feel like I was like very insecure at the time. I don't understand that, but I guess I can go into like my relationships kind of stuff. So I got a girlfriend. Sophomore, right before my sophomore year started, I had my long hair, and I always like thought like, okay, I guess girls like long hair. So I was like, all right, that's why I kept it for so long, and I got in a relationship, and it was like I felt very insecure like all the time about like the way I looked. So that's why I kept like my long hair.
Mm-hmm.
Said like if I got a buzz cut or like shortened hair, I was like, I'm gonna look stupid. You know, when I look back now, I look like a freaking idiot, like with it. But yeah, all that happened. Like, also, like, my relationships, like, before I knew Jesus were very lustful and, like, just, like, very wrong. Like, not, like, real love at all. They were so, like, it was just nasty, you know? It wasn't good. It wasn't healthy at all. Like, arguing every day somehow lasted, like, about a year. But I don't know, understand, like, how that, like, even, like, happened. Anyways, long hair, freshman year, sophomore year, and then after, like, right before my junior year, me and my girlfriend at the time broke up, and I was like, dang, okay. So, I guess she didn't like me for my long hair. Or I guess, like, wait, no. I thought she, like, only wanted me for my long hair. When she broke, it's just, like, weird. I know it sounds weird. So when she broke up, it was like, I guess it wasn't there. Or something like that. So it was, like, it was weird. I was very depressed at the time. So.
Wait, so you're saying your long hair was so you could be the Rizzler?
Basically. I legit thought my hair was, like, aura. It's like every girl. But even though, like, no girls like me, so this one girl, I thought I was, like the hottest person in the world. But, anyways. Actually, I want to get into my freshman year. So, my freshman year, I had a girlfriend, right? We lasted about a month. And I had long hair at the time. And I'm not going to say her name, but, like, she was, like, so odd. And AJ has more with her. And it's, like, it's so weird. But anyways, when we broke up after a month, which is crazy, it was, like, my first, like, actual girlfriend, like, freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
I, like, took it to heart when we broke up, which is insane. It was literally a month. It was, like, a month and a half. And we broke up. I was, like, I promise you, I was legit depressed, like, 8 months, which is insane. I don't know how it, like, lasted that long. It was, like, a month relationship. I was, like, I wanted to die, like, every day. I legit went online because of it, which is insane. I went online. I did Ingenuity. I was like, dude, I can't go to school. I don't know what I was thinking, bro. I legit went online because of a female that we dated for a month.
Dude,
That's like crazy.
I know, bro. I'm like,
that's the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Is that like when you turn into the juices right phase?
that was even beforehand. That was legit 8th grade. I posted that video. Oh, dude. That's
Wait, what is that?
Juice was right. All girls.
You know Juice WRLD, right? You know Juice WRLD, right?
No.
You serious?
No, I have no idea.
Oh, that's crazy. Anyways,
How?
have
You
you heard that?
definitely do.
Have you?
I
You
still
definitely
see
heard?
your shadows in my room.
You know.
You
Have you heard like the
No
all?
idea.
Lucid
what you're talking
dreams.
Have you heard the all girls are the same thing before?
All girls are the same.
No.
You ever heard this? Like everyone say all girls are the same.
Oh, I've heard people say it.
Okay. Well, he has like a
Yeah,
song.
I'm that song.
Anyways, I posted like a video in like 8th grade saying all girls are the same, and I was being serious, and it's just a video of me looking at the camera and then walking off. It's like so cringe and it's bad. I was being serious at the time. I look back at it, it's like the funniest video in the world.
It was really funny.
Anyways, but yeah,
I wasn't expecting the lore would be like this. Isn't
it's like it's not crazy, but it's just still like my hair had like a big impact on me. So like it still is too. That's why I'm getting a buzz cut like probably this weekend. Which is cool. I'm excited.
So we'll have a before and after picture
Oh yeah, what
as
day,
a thumbnail.
what day is it? March.
It's March 7th.
March 7th, 2025. So.
Yeah, you'll know. He's buzzy now.
Oh,
You'll have the Riz with the buzz next.
That's true. I look like freaking Travis Kelce.
That's it.
Now, is there a lore behind your hair, or you just like it that way?
I'm not gonna lie,
Kinda.
Ty. I wasn't done yet.
Oh.
Wait, what?
I wasn't done yet. I
Oh,
want to get to my
sorry.
buzz. Sorry, I didn't want to be like that.
Go ahead.
But
Go.
anyways, I'm gonna make it a little faster. But fast forward, junior year. Sorry, I feel bad. Fast forward junior year. Last year in February, I started following Jesus like more, and I got baptized. And I was like, okay, that's just how my long hair. I was like, I legit. I promise you, every day in school, like every morning, I think like twice a day, I would go in the bathroom and brush my hair. Like it was like I would like try to make it look good so much, and it was disgusting. Like it was so annoying to take care of. Like it was nasty.
Yeah.
I think it was like a week after I got baptized, I decided to get a buzz cut. It was like crazy. It was like 2 a.m. I didn't plan on it at all. I remember it was like we went to one of Josh's friend's house, for some reason. And it's because Josh's friend, my friend, Jacob Stone, he was getting a buzz cut, and Bryson and Ryan and all them were like, "Hey, you get a buzz cut?" I'm like, huh, "You're funny. I'm not getting a buzz cut." I cannot like fathom having a buzz cut and going to school the next day with like a buzz cut. I was like, no, that is not happening. And then I look, he got peer pressured into getting a buzz cut, and I was like, "You guys suck. Like, you guys suck. I can't believe it." And I remember like it took like an hour convincing, so I got a buzz cut in the kitchen, and Bryson messed me up so badly. I remember the back of my head, my hairline was like this.
Oh no, not the hairline you can't see.
Oh, it was diabolical. I didn't know until like 2 days later it was that bad. So when I got my buzz cut, I was like, this is the worst decision ever in my life. And it looked terrible. Like the way it was like lined up, and it was gross. But obviously now I look back, I'm like, it was so worth it. Because like, I took a risk with that. And I felt so free from like my hair, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like ever since then, like the hair problem has been like a lot better. Knowing that I can get a buzz cut without feeling like, okay, people don't know what I look like. Like, people know what I look like with short hair, so it's okay. I've like always been like insecure, so like knowing that I can get a buzz cut and go to school, like with it feeling normal is like awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of people like thinking like, oh my gosh, where's his hair go?
Hey, Jesus loves you either way.
That is true. I've always like struggled with that, like being insecure, like the way I look. So I feel like being free from like my hair, like idolizing that like 24/7 was like awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So I still struggle with that. That's also why I'm gonna buzz, but that's pretty much it. So.
Awesome. Yeah, and you said you didn't have any lore with your hair.
I kind of look. Lore
is it as crazy as Ayden's?
Not really.
Mine's not really crazy. It was just like,
it was
weird.
funny.
It was like weird.
Mine's kind of just silly, I guess. Like when I was still at Lloyd, I was like a metalhead. I was like a real big rock metal guy.
Yeah.
So that was like my dream was to like smoke weed and be in a band. So I just let it grow, and then I made a promise to my mom that I would wait until after I graduate to cut my hair.
Oh, wait, so you haven't had a haircut since then?
I haven't had a haircut since before the start of my freshman year. So it's been 4 years.
You've had that? Really?
Yeah, I haven't cut my hair since before freshman year.
Dude, and you're gonna look weird after. Like, 4 years is nuts.
Yeah. The hair's been through many phases. The buzz was interesting. I got it at it was a black barber shop.
Okay.
So I kind of looked like I was trying to be gangster or something. I don't know. It was like silly. It was like really goofy.
Yeah.
But the buzz was interesting. I got like all lined up and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was real bad. Then we had the awkward phase, where it's like it's not really short. It's getting kind of long. You can't really do anything with it. And then it got long, and it just kept getting long. I mean, it's here.
Yeah. I used to have a buzz cut, right?
Mm.
And the kids at school were like, "Yo, you need to grow your hair out." I was like, "Fine, I will." Especially, like that summer 2023, I just like, you know what? Let's grow their hair out. But then the problem is when we changed churches, the kids at that church, because I showed up because the old church we would dress up real nice. So I wore like polo shirt, khaki pants, and I show up to church and they're like, "Dude, is this kid young Sheldon?" Like, and now they call me Sheldon. Like, hopefully
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Funny.
And there's random kids like, yo, I think Justin was telling me in my, Justin, you were talking to him this morning.
Oh, Bummer?
Baseball player. He was telling me that I looked like young Sheldon the other day.
He's funny.
He is.
Dude, him, and I don't remember Alex's name, but they're in my math class and they're real funny.
Is it Alex with the dark skin? Like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy is legit, like, the funniest guy. Like, I work with him, and he's such a troll, bro.
He is a troll. I can't.
He'll come to me and he'll call me like a hard R, and he'll screaming at me, and he'll run off. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
That's crazy.
It's funny, dude.
This
Somebody's texting.
Might be Josh. That's fine.
Texting. Are you guys gotta go? No?
What time is it?
It's 7:11.
Oh, we're good.
We're good.
Yeah.
Chilling. Alright, let's see. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
You have any questions?
Any questions? I mean, we got the hair.
Yeah.
We got the
I
testimony.
did skim through Ronnie's earlier. I didn't watch Ronnie's yet. I skimmed through it. I heard you like asked me like some like silly questions. If you want to ask something.
Yeah.
Alright, well, one of the questions is your top 3 fast food restaurants.
This is about to get very controversial.
Oh, alright. Top 3. Lay them out.
You go? Or you?
I don't care.
Here we go.
Sure.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay. This is in order.
It
Yes,
has
it
to be
is.
in order. Yeah.
Okay. Number 3. Fast food. Oh, actually, you know what? You go first. I'm not ready yet.
Okay. Like fast food.
Yeah,
Fast food.
Fast food.
Fast food.
Drive
Okay.
through fast food.
Okay, drive food. Okay. Number 3, Taco Bell.
Okay.
Oh, don't you? Ooh, I see. Don't you?
Oh, okay, that's reasonable. It is. a
Love
lot.
Taco Bell. What is my number 2? I can't lie. The greatest app. Can't lie. Number 2's gotta be McDonald's. This is where it gets controversial. My number 1 is White Castle.
Oh.
There's no way.
I can't lie. White Castle
Over McDonald's is diabolical.
White Castle,
Okay.
bro. You gotta
White
try it.
Castle's so
White
good.
Castle is so good.
I got a funny story about White Castle. So for my birthday one year, we usually we had a party. I think it was in middle school, and my parents were like, because I told them I like White Castle. They're like, well, what if we bring a bunch of sliders instead of bringing pizza? We bring a bunch of sliders in. And the funniest thing is that not a lot of any of my buddies at the time ate much from. So for the next 5 days, we ate sliders. I'm telling you, I felt awful. I literally could not eat for one day,
Oh my
and they
gosh.
just because they just slide through
Sounds
you.
so good.
Sliders. That's why they're called sliders.
It's disgusting.
Oh, I wish I could just do that.
But they taste so good. That's the thing. I agree
Oh,
with
their
you.
cheese sticks are so good.
Oh
Give
yeah.
me like 50 sliders, and I mean like 5 minutes. Not actually,
Okay,
but like.
top 3.
Alright, top 3. Okay, number 3. Hear me out. It's gonna be, honestly, probably. I don't like it. Okay, I'm gonna put Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell's like top 3. Oh my gosh, bro. Taco Bell's like top 3. This is where it gets controversial. Top 2. Number 2, Burger King.
Yeah,
Oh,
you lost
Burger
me. I don't like
Burger King, hear me out. I grew up on Burger King. I love Burger King. The toys as a kid,
You see, he is the Burger King.
literally something like that. And number 1's McDonald's.
That's
I will,
my own.
oh,
Bro, the McDonald's app is
Who?
so good.
oh,
Dude,
you,
I'm
you
not
get,
gonna
like,
lie.
free food.
McDonald's is trash.
Oh yeah, you're just.
Yeah.
I just lost all those
Yeah,
subscribers.
you're done.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're all leaving.
They're done. They're
You're
canceled.
good.
That's insane.
You guys want? Have you guys heard my top 3?
No.
All right, I'm gonna do number 1. What would you count Cookout?
Mm,
Not number 1. Sorry, number 3. But is Cookout considered fast food?
Yeah.
do like local.
Local?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
do local.
Oh man, then I can't do my number 1.
Oh, what's your number 1?
Well, you know, I'm gonna throw it through. This is what I told Ronnie.
Okay.
Cookout, Cane's, and then Whataburger.
Okay.
Never had local.
Cane's not really
Whataburger's
fast
in
food,
Texas.
I mean, it has a drive-through.
It does?
Yeah, the Cane's is fast food.
Oh yeah, it does.
But we just
Damn,
have
I'm
some-
Yes, in my life.
Well, all right, what restaurant, fast food restaurant, has the best sauce?
I can't lie to you. I am not a sauce person.
Oh, dude,
Really?
that's where he loses me.
I
I don't like dry food.
If I'm using sauce, it's only ketchup.
Gosh, bro, that's so.
Man,
I-
ketchup only.
I will put ketchup on
Oh
anything.
my gosh, bro.
That's
I
like-
eat sauce with everything I eat.
You know, I'm not
I
gonna
don't
say
like
it.
sauce,
I don't
bro.
want to get in trouble. I'll tell you after. It's not. My parents would be fine with it, but I just don't want the internet mad at me.
Yeah, makes sense. What?
Sauce.
Sauce.
Oh, top favorite sauce?
Yeah. Bro, he's blowing up your phone.
Alright, Josh.
For what? For
Because I
what?
told me to ride like 5 hours ago.
For what?
anyways,
Crumble tonight.
Oh yeah.
uh,
Yeah, I can't go to that. But.
Probably barbecue. Barbecue or like ketchup or ranch.
I can't lie to
If I had
you.
to pick one low key, probably barbecue.
Barbecue is like
Barbecue's
my
okay.
least
Hey,
favorite sauce.
barbecue, boneless wings are on the top.
I don't
Yeah.
like wings.
Of course. I like like honey mustard, like the school's honey mustard.
Okay, that's good. Well,
Honey mustard in general.
I used to
like,
love
okay.
honey mustard, and I kind of like grew out of it. The school, oh my gosh.
The chicken sauce. Any like Chick-fil-A chicken
yeah.
sauce.
Cane sauce,
Cane
top
sauce is probably better. I didn't think about
I
it.
don't like any of them, bro.
Oh my gosh, you're so picky, dude. This guy's like the pickiest eater like you if I ever.
Really?
Like
He's
he's like,
fast.
it's insane.
What? So like, will you not eat your vegetables or something like that,
I
or
don't care. I just don't like sauce.
No,
just
he's
sauce?
Well, there's a lot of stuff I
he'll
don't
order
like.
like chicken fingers and fries at like a really fancy diner, or like
It's
like
cheese.
It's like
Cheeseburger.
cheeseburger with
Cheeseburger.
just ketchup.
I
Just
don't like
ketchup. Burger.
ketchup.
That's a ketchup burger.
Yeah.
Basically.
So I used to eat like ketchup sandwiches growing up. But there used to be 2 pieces of bread.
Sounds so
That is
sour. I can
Disgusting.
that's
Hey,
like
you
sour,
just gotta
bro.
try
That's
it.
like legit.
my gosh.
I would do that. Like if I lived just down bad, but like not just like bread,
Yeah.
ketchup.
I'm sure if we lived in a country that got no food, I would eat it.
Oh, I would demolish it, bro.
But
I love
like,
it.
because we do. Mm-mm.
Hear me out? Yeah. Alright. I'm sorry.
Okay, I got one.
Alright.
Favorite best sport.
Football. Without, like, with the.
I prefer to watch football, so yeah, I'm sorry.
The watch.
I
or
prefer
play?
probably playing basketball.
Yeah.
I like
I would
playing
rather-
basketball better.
Playing basketball, watching football.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like baseball too. Like playing
I like
playing
watching
wiffle ball is fun.
Yeah. I don't really
Yeah, you
like
like
watching baseball unless I'm like at the stadium.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh dude.
I, like
Yeah.
watching baseball on TV is kind of like
I'd
weird to me.
probably fall asleep. Not the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, I only watch like football on TV.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't pay attention. I guess March Madness started.
My head.
It's gonna be late. It usually starts early, right?
I'm not sure. I'm not really in. I don't really like follow college sports.
I don't follow any sports, so
Yeah.
you know.
This is like really random. Yeah, I like really play kickball, and like the most embarrassing thing in the world probably ever is like missing.
Like missing the ball.
Yes.
You miss it. Oh yeah.
Like when you kick it, and it happened to me like a month ago, and it was like quite possibly the most embarrassing thing in my life.
Yeah.
I like full swung kick, I missed, and everyone was like looking at me like a freaking idiot. I'm like, it happened to the kids so many times. That's why I hate playing kickball. We have to though in our class, or else we're gonna get in trouble.
Were you in gym?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we had to. I was like, okay. And I did it and I missed. I was like, yep. It was my first kick too. I was like, oh
man.
yeah. I was like, oh dude. I was like,
Dude, you got made fun of by
no,
everybody.
well not really. No one says anything. Just because they don't really like know me. Like everyone's
Just
underclassmen. They either stare at you or they'll like you'll hear someone just laugh. Like the one
Yeah.
person. Like, oh, it's humiliating. I like make an excuse of every time. Like my shoe almost fell off. That's why I like missed. Like I hesitated. I was like, my shoe, bro. You see my shoe? I was legit like taking my shoe off the shoe. And I was like, this is embarrassing.
That's
I looked like
crazy.
freshmen. Like, look at my shoe.
Excuse me. Sorry,
It's all good. Dude.
that's rude of me.
You're all good.
No, you're good.
All right, so you went? Did you go to summer camp? Have you been?
Yeah.
Like, I never. This is gonna be my first time,
Really?
and it's in Michigan, which hasn't been. in
Didn't you
Michigan
like have like a
before.
vacation?
What?
Like last summer camp, you couldn't go. You like went.
I was, I was in the Carolinas. So while you guys were there, we actually drove past you guys.
Really?
Yeah, because it was during the same time. I think we were coming back home, and you guys were like 3 days into it or something. So, otherwise, I did really want to go.
Summer camp was great.
But it was cool, especially with Harry. Like
Mhm.
how that really changed him
I
too.
forgot he went there too. I forgot he like it was like a last minute thing. I
Yeah.
think. Harry went.
He goes to my church. So
How did he even get in this stuff? Is it you? Okay, that makes more sense.
Oh, so Harry, he broke like every bone in the beginning of the year last year. Did you hear about that? Like he broke his arm, then he got his foot ran over by a car, so his foot was broken. Then he broke his
For real?
wrist or something, and I honestly don't remember everything he
It
broke.
started this year?
Last year.
Okay.
Last year, yeah, he broke so much, and eventually after breaking anything, he's like, dude, you want to hang out? Since after he was done breaking bones. And I was like, sure. So he came, he drove his, he rode his bike over, and we hung out. And I told him, like, hey, you want to come to the club since we were going to go that night anyway. And he's like, sure. And that was the night that we were doing, like, we were water sliding down the hill, but the tarp kept coming off.
That was a
brutal.
So fun.
That was fun, but brutal, bro.
Oh, yeah. But, dude, he had a blast. And he's been in the Navigator stuff. Like, he used to go to Cooper's because his cousin goes there.
Didn't he used to go to Walton?
In middle school, he did. Did you hear he's going back to Walton next year?
He is?
He's
Yeah.
going to Walton?
He's going to Walton next year.
Why?
Well, his dad's the principal.
He's on my
over there.
bus route.
His dad is the principal of Walton.
So they have the same schedule, but he's still staying in Boone County's Navigator stuff, so
That's good.
it all works out.
Walton has some really good
I mean, it
navigators,
makes
too.
sense, but he's in my bus route. But I don't know why he wouldn't go to Boone.
Just because
Well,
his dad's the principal.
Yeah. He told me, he's like, well, at least I get to go to school now. Like, that, I think that's what he's more happy about, is
that's
getting to go
fair.
to school.
He's going to be a junior. Is he a freshman right now?
He's
a
sophomore.
Yeah.
He's a sophomore right now. He's my age. Yeah.
He's going to be old. Oh, he did, by the way.
He's old, bro.
That's true. You're also old, too. You're also going to be old.
I'm also a sophomore.
You're about to be some Onyx.
Dude, so
Mini Oaks.
you guys are seniors. Do you guys have any? We'll end on this. Like, do you guys have any plans, like after high school? Like, if not, it's cool too. But,
Can you go?
Wanna go?
Rock, paper, scissors.
You go.
For me, I want to lead, I think, is what I want to do.
Yeah.
I don't know where, but I see myself like leading in some way, because it's just like what that's what I love doing. Is like that's like what I love about Boone, just being able to run after my friends.
Yeah.
So I just want to be able to keep doing that. So pretty much.
For me, what I want to do, so I know Josh Fisher and some other people are going to Indiana.
India.
Not India, bro. I
It's
wish
a big
kinda.
mission trip.
Indiana, I think it's Indiana. In about like a year and a half. And I want to go with them. And that's looking what like I'm being called to do is to go with them. Like I would start something there, which is really cool. So if like after that like year or whatever long it takes for them to like to go, I'm gonna do that. But I think like after school, I'm just gonna be in like college life ministry for like whatever like long.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to lead. Things could change, you know. Like I don't know. Like it's not my choice, obviously, but like.
Like, why don't you think you're able to lead?
Well, if I like go there, you know, there's no point in me like leading and then like leaving. You know what I'm saying? Like going to Indiana, like, cause we're probably I don't know how long we're gonna be there. You know.
Like, what are you doing in Indiana? Like,
It's
are you
like
starting a church or?
Just basically start like a navigator's area there.
Well, then I would still go, because.
Well, I don't know like how long we're gonna be there. It's gonna be like a little bit. So like I can't like, it wouldn't like work out me leading. Cause I would be like I would do that. I would if like I had a chance to lead, I would start leading and I would like leave, like in the first like few months. So I would have to be like leaving. Like it wouldn't like make sense for me to start leading.
But can you still like do the leadership stuff too, and then instead of leading with a group, you could just go with them?
I honestly like really don't know much about it.
But
Honestly, I don't really know how this stuff works.
yeah,
So like I'm just gonna go in like with the plan, honestly. 'Cause I honestly like I said, I don't know much about how this stuff works, but like, I want to lead. But if I choose to go to Indiana, you know, I'm gonna be obviously there, starting like an area with them, you know. So I don't know.
but that's cool. Like, you guys want to lead and tell people about Jesus. Yeah, it's really inspiring, you guys, that people at such a young age can find Jesus and want to go out and tell others about the good news that they they are not alone. That God loves you and is always there for you. So, yeah, I just keep it up. Don't lose faith.
Yeah.
They'll always be there.
Definitely.
Anyway, thanks for being on the podcast.
Thanks on it.
Appreciate you having me.
Oh yeah.
Having us. So.
Peace.
Jesus loves you
Loves you a lot.
more than you know.